Hi computer scientists, Mr. Stafford here, and I'm going to be working on Unit 2, Lesson 3, Writing Constructors. The first thing that it asks us to do is to declare instance variables called flavor, quantity, and price. So since these are instance variables, they need to be private. Flavor is going to be a string. Quantity will also be private, and it will be an int. And our price is going to be a double so that we can enter in decimals. Once that's done, the next thing that it's asking us to do is write the constructor taking in parameters new flavor for flavor, new quantity for quantity, and new price for price. Our constructor has to be public. Our constructor also has the same name as the class, so public dessert. New flavor is the first parameter, and it's going to be a string, so string new flavor. We need new quantity for our quantity, so it will be an int new quantity. And new price for price, so it'll be double and new price. Open up with some curly braces. And what we're going to do is initialize those instance variables using the parameters. So flavor is going to be set equal to new flavor. Quantity is going to be set equal to new quantity. And price is going to be set equal to new price. So we'll run this, see if there's an error, and I have cake.printinfo on my food truck. So I'm going to take a look at that. And I haven't completed this one yet. So it's calling cake.printinfo, but I haven't created a cake object yet. So that's what we're going to do on level number 3. Okay, so on level number 3, it's giving us instructions that the owner wants to enter desserts as they expand their inventory in My Food Truck Java. So I have to go into My Food Truck Java and implement the scanner class so they can enter values for the flavor, quantity, and price for desserts that they want to create. So we need to create a dessert object using the values that they enter. So following along with the comments, it says create a scanner object. So I'm going to say scanner input equals new scanner. And that has to be system.in. Okay. And it wants us to get user input for the flavor, quantity, and price. So to get that, I also want to prompt the user to tell me what flavor, quantity, and price that they want. So I'm going to do system.out.println, and I'm going to ask them to enter flavor, and then I'm going to use my scanner object to grab that flavor. So flavor is going to be a string, so I'm going to say string, let's call it flav, F-L-A-V, is going to be equal to, and then I have to talk to the scanner. So the scanner that I just created, its name is input, so I need to talk to it, say input dot next, open and close parentheses, and I should have access to the flavor. Okay. The next thing that I need to do, I'm going to copy and paste this because I need to ask them for the quantity that they want. So I copied and pasted both of those lines. So system.out.println, enter quantity. And the quantity, if we remember back when we created our dessert class, the quantity is going to be an int. Okay, the quantity is going to be an int. So instead of it being a string, I'm going to say an int. Instead of flav, I'm going to call it quant. And since it's an int, I need to grab a next int. Okay, so that should be it for quantity. Now I need to prompt them for the price. So system.out.println, enter price. This is going to be a double. And I'm going to put price, double price equals input.next, and I'm looking for a double. Okay. Let's run this just to test and see what's going on. Okay. Still I have an error. They can't find the symbol cake because I haven't created that dessert object yet. So I'm going to comment this out for just a second just to show you how I would test this out again. So let's run it, see if I receive any more errors. And it's asking me to enter a flavor. So I'm going to say chocolate, enter a quantity, let's say 10, and then enter a price is 12.5. Okay, and the program has completed. So I don't get any errors, but none of the info has been printed out because I haven't created a cake object yet. So create a dessert object with the user input. So I'm going to say dessert. And it's asking for the object name of cake. So I need to use cake so that it's printing the cake info. So dessert cake is going to equal new dessert. And the info that I'm using needs to match up with the constructor that we made. And so the constructor is taking in a string, an int, and a double. And the string is the flavor, the int is the quantity, and the double is the new price, which is what I was prompting the user for. Okay, so the variable for flavor, I named it flav up on line 12. So cake in, oops, I need to be in that constructor call, so flav. And then I need the quantity, so quant. And then I need the price, and I named that price. Okay. I'm going to run this. And it says enter flavor. So again, I'm going to say chocolate. Enter quantity. I'm just going to do 2 cakes. And then enter a price. I don't know. I think $12.50. 12.5 is fair. And so flavor equals chocolate, quantity equals 2, and price equals 12.5. And the last thing that it's asking us to do is to close the scanner object. Okay, it's always best practice that when you open a scanner object at the end of your program to close it. So the name of our scanner was input, and to close it, we do dot close.